As we age, we need to accept the fact that we may not be driving at some point in time because the body does what the body does and can't be helped. Which means community needs to have an alternative for the seniors within that community to get to important services, the bank, and most important, food, and along that line is social participation. What is your community doing about transporting or offering services to those people who are isolated?
We try to impress upon people the need for handy vans, and the quality of life is, to me, is a very important part in a person's life. And as people age, they lose a partner or they lose their capabilities to drive or ability to drive anymore, so then they have to rely on some other service, and that's why the handy vans are so critical across the province.
I think from what I've experienced in the community that being able to drive is a sense of pride and it's independence for people, and once you have to think about losing that independence, it's almost like a hit to your ego or your pride, because now you're no longer in control of that piece of your life. And having options that are affordable, are accessible, and allow people that free movement that they were used to when they did drive, allows people the quality of life to continue living in their communities. Those
are the kinds of issues that accessibility is a critical portion of people aging in place, aging with some normality, and feeling like they are still human beings and that someone cares. Like, if we don't address these concerns as the population ages, and they are aging, we'll have more seniors living longer, and we need to be very cognizant that we need to be sure we have the accessibility is there, the mobility is there, the handy vans are there for the people that require them.
Filling the gaps is what's important to getting that free-flowing system of transportation. So I think it has to come almost right now from a caregiving level. So it's important that we know to plan ahead and start having the conversations within our community a lot earlier. I think as a province we really need to focus on multiple options that allow people that free movement, whether it's through transit or handy vans or volunteer driving programs, and giving people that comfort of knowing they have multiple ways to get around.
So what we've tried is to keep our costs at a minimum so that people can still afford to ride if they have to go for dental or medical, or just to go out and socialize. You know, everybody says, oh yeah, this is a really good idea, and it is a wonderful idea, because if we can bundle these trips up, instead of paying $168 to go to Brandon, if two people have to go just for a checkup or something, you cost share that, you cut it in half, which is a huge saving for a senior, because then they have a few extra dollars left over that they could spend on groceries or whatever.
To offset some of those cost burdens that people are experiencing, sharing those rides. So if you're having communities that are coming from a further distance, picking up people along the way if they know that they're going to a big city hub can really reduce the cost for other people.
We have issues because volunteers to drive a handy van, that's a thing of the past. There's no one that is going to commit their time to do it for free. So that is a big problem for a lot of communities, because you have to pay someone to drive. They have to learn how to put the restraints on. It's not just pushing somebody into a handy van and off we go. You have to be secured properly. That is one of the big issues that I think are out there.
We have really great handy vans in rural communities. We have really great volunteer driving programs. But kind of what people are experiencing is there's volunteer burnout with volunteer driving programs. There's a lack of drivers for handy vans. And there may be many communities around that have really good drivers and have really good handy vans and programs. But it's that piece of coming together to share those resources that will be really important to make those options sustainable for the future.
You know what? Why can't a bunch of seniors get together and go out for a meal? Go out to a dance. And socialization is critical, because if you don't socialize, if you sit at home all alone, pretty soon the health goes. They have no one to talk to, and therefore, to me, being able to get out and go to play bingo or go to play cards or pool or whatever.
We have to kind of change the way we shape aging, in terms of age does not define your ability to participate in a community. It does not define your ability to get around. Having affordable and accessible transportation options allow people to have that quality of life in an age-friendly community. It's that sense of value and connection that we need to put back into a person's life to help them live that quality of life.
One day we'll all be there, same doorstep, and realize that, oh my, why wasn't I involved? Why didn't I really care more when I should have cared? And been perhaps a little more attentive to people around me, and realizing that getting old shouldn't be a burden, it shouldn't be a stressful time of life, because there are all kinds of benefits out there for us if we could only get a good grasp on them and have someone there to kind of be as a resource and assist and help out when they need to be helped.